Good evening, I'm Jeff Glor in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. Hurricane Florence is closing in on the East Coast tonight, ready to deliver what FEMA is calling a Mike Tyson punch, starting in just about 24 hours. Hurricane, tropical storm, and storm surge watches and warnings now cover 10 million people from the Carolinas to Virginia. Florence was downgraded today to a Category 3, high sustained winds 120 miles an hour, but the storm, more than 300 miles wide, is expected to pick up strength over the warm waters of the Atlantic before making landfall. We have a team of correspondents in the hurricane zone where more than 1 million residents have been told to head to safer ground. As the evacuation orders throughout the region were about to take effect, we found Doug Gilstrap, who's ridden out every hurricane here for the last 30 years.
Fran, Bertha, Floyd, all of them.
But this could be the worst.
It has the potential, yep.
He told us once his boat is secured as anything can be in a storm like Florence, he's heading a few miles inland, where as of now, he's hoping for the best.
If it comes ashore 4 plus or 5, I'm leaving.
Florence is bearing down with such strength, forecasters say she may literally reshape the Carolina coastline.
I'll be headed to Kinston a little later on today.
Our day began in Raleigh, North Carolina, where we met Governor Roy Cooper at the state's Emergency Operations Center. How worried are you right now?
Well, I'm very concerned about this storm.
The governor wants to avoid a repeat of Hurricane Matthew 2 years ago, which killed 26 North Carolinians. Predictions are for Florence to be a far more violent storm. Are you ready?
We're ready. We're trying to get those last stragglers off of the barrier islands.
This is what many of the roads look like in North Carolina. Look at this. On the other side of the highway, it's close to bumper traffic. It often is in many of these spots. Just ahead of us, heading to the coast, hardly any vehicles. We found Ronald Batts gassing up, then planning to stay put. The 81-year-old barber closed his shop and is planning to hunker down at home with his disabled 77-year-old wife.
I feel just as safe at home I would at a shelter.
And just in the path of where Florence is expected to make landfall, Gordon Reddick, also a hurricane veteran, believes he can wait out yet another storm. So you got the names of all the hurricanes here. Bertha.
Well, since '93.
Fran, Bonnie,
Hugo.
Hannah. How much does this one scare you compared to the other ones?
Well, we've had so many, I mean, I'm not scared.
You're not?
No.